I didn't do lying on dating apps. Again, I don't think particularly because I'm a good person, mainly because I didn't want to muck people about, but including myself. You know, I'm busy. I didn't want to bother meeting up with people that didn't at least know the basics about me, you know? Like, I think there were things that I was like, I don't want to get to the point where I'm actually going out for a drink with someone that doesn't know that I've got this silly job, that I've got a young child. Like, I needed people to know that stuff in advance. But, you know, I also wanted to get, like, picked. I wanted to get swiped on. I wanted to get chosen. I wanted to get laid. So how do you be honest about those things whilst also still making yourself sound like a catch? I'm available for sexy dates between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. My language is so mollified by parenthood that the other night I accidentally said goodbye to a big taxi driver by going, "Night-night, sleep well." The biggest wake-up call that I got that dating was going to be really different this time round, a decade on with where my life was at now as a parent, was this. So, historically, whenever I'd been single, I'd really enjoyed putting it about. Yeah, no shame in that. Borderline pride, actually. No one was harmed in the making that fun. Yum, yum, in my vagina. But it did mean that once or twice in my early 20s, late teens, during that last single time, you know, I had to do that awkward but responsible thing once or twice, of phoning someone up and going, "Oh, God, one of us has given the other one some kind of STI." Well, this time round, I genuinely had to phone someone and say, "I'm so sorry, but I'm pretty confident I've given you nits." Incredibly, she's the one I'm engaged to now. Thank you. You're right to woo, she's smashing. But it's interesting, you know, I think it is interesting. You start a new relationship well into your 30s, and there is baggage. There's no clean slate. You've got to get your smelly old baggage out. So much baggage. As I said, I've got one child, human. She's got two, feline. Although, as I'm increasingly being taught, no less important. My human son absolutely loves my missus. I think he can instinctively tell, just because she's a few years younger than me, that makes her inordinately cooler than me. I think it helps that she's covered in tattoos of animals I can also walk into. And you know, it's been great having someone be able to come into his life who's got like time for fun and ideas for games, and it's been brilliant having her fresh eyes as a spotlight on my parenting. I mentioned that my language is mollified. It's had to become. Here's the origin story of why. We'll go back a few years. My son was 2, maybe 3 years old. It's just me and him in the car, right? I'm still with his dad at this point, and out the back of the car, my son goes, "Daddy says, oh, for crying out loud." And I was like, yeah, he does. Oh, my God. He says that all the time. He probably says that all the time. It's almost like a catchphrase. I can't believe I'd never noticed it and you've clocked that. That's amazing. He does always say it. What does Mummy say anyway? Mummy says, "Fucking fuck." No, she doesn't. You've misheard. Mummy says, "Crumbs alive." You remember Mummy's catchphrase? "Crumbs alive." Yeah, look, I need to confess, I have got no self-control and really bad road rage, and it did mean that my son did learn all the worst swears by probably a sort of roughly illegally young age. You'll be relieved to know, though, if you're sensible or the police or whatever. It's had a surprise consequence in the sense that now, age 7, he is the biggest language prude I have ever met. He hates bad language. He will sniff it out and he will hunt it down and he will find it. And he will crush it. Honestly, he's like, "Man over there, red hair, over there, behind that bin, behind that bollard, over there, just on 2 Fs, I don't like it. Skip that song, too many B words." It's like living with a tiny Mary Whitehouse. The other day we were on a play date with other families and I properly banged my leg and I went, "Oh, sugar," and he went, "Well done, Mummy, not saying shit."